Okay, maybe they do need a little introduction. They're the Monkees, and so are they. And 20 years later, a new generation is still going ape. Hundreds of monkey maniacs, many who weren't even born when the TV show premiered, crowded the Sheraton Universal this weekend for a piece of 60s nostalgia and a glimpse of these two musical missing links. Okay, so they're not the Beatles, but to their fans, young and old, Peter and Davy could just as easily be Lennon and McCartney.
There was always sort of like a comparison to myself, McCartney.
I was McCartney.
He was George. Mickey.
I was also Ringo.
Yeah, whatever it was. And they all sort of like in the pop magazines sort of tried to compete, you know, who's best, the Monkees or the Beatles.
All four Monkees will be reunited tomorrow at the Universal Amphitheater. But there's one person who isn't caught up in monkey mania.
I'm not a big Monkees music fan, as everybody knows. I've always been more of a fan of the television show than I was of the music.
Although Mike Nesmith is putting in a rare appearance tomorrow, inside show business, he's known as a multi-talented man who doesn't monkey around.
I will always be one of the Monkees as far as in the perception of a lot of people. I will also be the father of MTV, in the perception of a lot of people. I will also be the father of elephant parts, winner of the first video Grammy. I will be the heir to a liquid paper fortune that my mother invented.
Sure, Mike, that may look good on a resume, but what about the important stuff? Did you play your own instruments?
No, I played his.
We were hired as actors that could perform music and had musical ability.
Musicians were all over our case because we weren't the, we weren't a pop music group because of that stuff about how you weren't music. And all the LA studio musicians, the young cats who were looking to get work, were saying, these no-talent slobs, they got a good TV show, but they can't play their music. And I thought, well, at least, we're getting some respect for the TV show. Turns out later on that in New York, the off-Broadway actors are saying, those lousy no-talent actors, the music's all right.
But in fact, a lot of thought went into who would play what instrument.
Said, okay, who wants to be the drummer? And Peter, Mike, and I took one step backwards. And Mickey was standing there.
Speaking of Mickey, where is he?
His kids are in town, and
he's going to Disneyland. So get me free entrance?
He got in free because they thought he was dopey.
It started to feel as if we were all in Disneyland. It was 86 when Nesmith and you guys were on stage.
86 was Levy Seedout. That was before 87 and just after
88. Just after 85.
The thing would be, was it Nesmith that prompted those 65?
Nesmith prompted those.
Right there.
Ah, right.
You're not making no canoe out of me.
Lost control of another interview. Monkeying around on the Hollywood beat, I'm Louis Chunovic, Fox News.
These are Monkee fans, hundreds of aficionados who have traveled here to hear the historic concert and revel in Monkee memorabilia.
Primary for me, it just reminds me of a certain time when I was a kid growing up in the 60s. I remember certain people who I used to know back then. The show was good.
Listen, you gotta go out there and get that job for the old team, boy.
The Monkees were the brainchild of NBC, a TV vehicle to tap the giant youth market spawned by the Beatles. Some of their hit songs like Last Train to Clarksville, I'm a Believer, Daydream Believer became part of the unique 60s sound.
So how is it for you all to play together again?
It's great. It's fun.
Beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
It's better than playing with Rolling Stones because we don't know their songs.
If I was asked for somebody to remember something about our music, I would say the fun of it.
The Monkees is sort of good times, happy shows, bubbly records.
In the 60s, the Monkees received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. All four of the band members, Michael Nesmith, Dave Jones, Mickey Dolenz, and Peter Tork, turned out for the celebration this morning. They were joined by the honorary mayor of Hollywood, Johnny Grant. The Monkees thank their fans for the honor, and they are looking forward to more as their career comes back.
There was a lot of people involved in making this show and making this act and making these records. The success that they were all reflected in this wonderful, wonderful tribute that we're getting here today. Thank you very much.
But I'm really glad to be here, and I'm really glad you're here, and I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you see me, and thanks for coming, and thanks for this, boys.
Even after all these years, the Monkees still have active fan clubs around the world. The Monkees are currently on a summer concert tour.
on a 10-week concert tour. Over the weekend, they performed at Universal Amphitheater here in Southern California. That performance, by the way, trivia buffs, was the first time in 20 years that all four, the commissioner likes this one, that all four performed together.
It may be, but let me check. Yeah, it is.
Wave, hello everyone. Say hello.
Hello.
We're on our mailing list.
Thanks.
It comes with this thing. At the end of 33.
How much? $75. It's Mickey. This is a classy item, you know? Never see another one. Well, thank you. I like them too.
Hello.
Hi. So I would suggest that you leave any recorders or cameras here. I know you guys want to take pictures and everything at the concert, but we have to go on.
Say hello.
That looks like you two. And they search too. They're usually girls like. Remember, Dad, anybody can just. To board the bus to the concert tonight, please come to the stage. And the woman that wants the bus pass to go to the concert tonight, please come to the front of the stage. Take care.
Let me hold it too.
Ladies and gentlemen, be seated. What are we doing with this? How are we getting this thing right? Oh, excuse me, folks. You got see there, wrists, the whole thing. One of these. You all got one of these. Incidentally, while we're on the subject of things like this, there's one thing I wanted to say ahead of time. You can't hear me.
All right, excuse me.
I have a new idea. This is my own idea. I've been working very hard on it, and it's really very stupid, so that's how come I dare to think it. We used to do this, and I see a lot of folks go, bring back the 60s and so on and so forth. And hold on a second, folks. Okay. Let me do my little shtick here, and